Everyone wants success, but very few have the patience to build it. We live in the age of now, instant results, rapid growth, immediate recognition. And those who can't keep up feel behind, outdated, or not good enough. But here's an uncomfortable and powerful truth. The professional who learns to wait for the right moment, to build consistently, to grow quietly in the background, that professional doesn't just rise, they sustain their growth. Patience isn't passivity, it's strategy, it's emotional mastery, it's long-term vision. In this video, you'll learn why patience might be one of your greatest competitive advantages and how to apply it in an active, intentional, and intelligent way. Let's begin. Do you know who waited over a decade before becoming one of Silicon Valley's most talked about entrepreneurs? Brian Chesky, co-founder of Airbnb. Before the boom, he spent years trying to validate an idea no one took seriously. Business people said renting air mattresses in strangers' homes was unsustainable. Investors laughed. And in the early days, revenue was so low that he and his co-founder printed fake cereal boxes to raise money. But they didn't give up. They didn't rush to look big. They built with patience, listening to users, testing models, improving the platform step by step. Today, Airbnb is worth over $80 billion. And it wasn't luck. It happened because someone had patience when the world wanted speed. We're surrounded by stories of overnight success. The person who got rich at 23, the business that went viral in a week, the influencer who gained 1 million followers overnight. But what no one shows are the years of trial and error, the sleepless nights, the silent failures. Comparing your real journey to the edited version of someone else's is a guaranteed recipe for anxiety and frustration. Patience isn't standing still. It's moving forward even when no one is clapping. It's growing in the invisible. And that kind of growth is the only one strong enough to hold up success when it finally arrives. Patience allows you to make better decisions, with less impulse and more vision. It protects you from shortcuts that look like opportunities, but are actually traps. It strengthens your resilience. You learn to deal with rejection, delays, and hard seasons without losing your direction. And most importantly, it sets you apart. Because in a market that's anxious, rushed, and noisy, those who move with quiet consistency become leaders without making noise. Being patient is about cultivating depth while others chase speed. And that's what builds solid reputations, lasting results, and a path that stands the test of time. 1. Have well-defined long-term goals. When you know where you're headed, you're less stressed about how long it takes to get there. 2. Practice discomfort without reacting. Wait. Breathe. Observe before acting. Training yourself to do nothing in tense moments builds emotional maturity. 3. Reflect on your progress regularly. Tracking how far you've come reminds you that you're moving forward, even when it feels slow. 4. Avoid daily comparisons. Every time you focus on someone else's progress, you lose touch with your own pace. Protect your focus. 5. Surround yourself with examples that inspire persistence. Biographies, mentorships, friendships with people who've walked the long road, they all give your patience perspective and fuel. Patience is practice. It's a choice. And the more you train it, the more natural it becomes. Impatience comes at a high cost, and we don't always notice it. It leads to rushed decisions, wrong partnerships, poorly thought-out investments, and changes in direction before the right time. The result? Unfinished projects, abandoned goals, wasted talent, damaged reputations. Being in a hurry might make you look active, but it doesn't take you further. Worse, it often brings you right back to square one, with even more frustration. Being patient means avoiding the invisible cost of having to start over every time you try to rush a process that simply takes time. Great leaders aren't the fastest to decide. They're the wisest in knowing when to act. Patience in leadership allows you to see beyond urgency. It creates space to listen more, observe better, and understand the context before stepping in. Patient leaders avoid impulsive decisions that can jeopardize an entire team. They build with foundation, not with haste. This posture communicates confidence. It inspires trust. It earns loyalty. While impatient leaders spend their days putting out fires, patient ones build structures that don't catch fire. And in the long run, they're the ones who leave a legacy. Some of the biggest business collapses of the last decade have one thing in common: haste. WeWork tried to expand globally before proving its business model was sustainable. Growth that was too fast, without a solid foundation. The result? Mass layoffs, billions in losses, and a damaged reputation. Theranos promised a revolution in healthcare, but tried to deliver before validating the technology. What was supposed to be innovation turned into scandal, ending in bankruptcy and criminal conviction. These cases prove that patience isn't an optional virtue. It's a strategic requirement. Companies that don't respect the time needed to test, learn, and adjust pay the price of rushing, loss of trust, operational collapse, and public failure. Patience is what separates real growth from inflated growth. It's what carries a brilliant idea until it's truly ready to become something big. If this content resonated with you, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. That lets us know it's worth continuing to create videos like this, and make sure you won't miss what's coming next. You don't become a reference by doing something once, but by repeating it with quality day after day. And that's where patience comes in. Being consistent takes energy, but more than that, it takes patience. To keep showing up without applause, to maintain your rhythm without immediate results. Those who are consistent don't rely on motivation. They rely on intention. Patience fuels that intention. It supports your habits. It gives your skills time to grow. And it transforms today's invisible effort into tomorrow's solid authority. Consistency without patience leads to burnout, but together they build excellence. Not every opportunity is a good opportunity, and having the courage to wait for the right one takes more strength than grabbing the first that shows up. Patience helps you recognize what truly aligns with your values, your vision, and your current season. It prevents decisions driven by scarcity and encourages choices driven by purpose. While many jump from project to project, idea to idea, offer to offer, the patient professional develops clarity. And with clarity, they choose better, negotiate better, build better. Patience isn't just about time. It's about the wisdom to know what's worth your time. Impatient professionals tend to change direction constantly, leaving behind a trail of unfinished projects, unresolved conflicts, and broken promises. But the patient ones, they deliver. They follow through, they finish. They're remembered as reliable. And in a market flooded with noise, that's one of the most valuable currencies there is: trust. Patience builds reputation quietly, through consistency and respect for the process. And reputation, unlike followers, can't be bought. It has to be earned. Those who cultivate patience harvest credibility. Creative ideas don't thrive under constant pressure. They need time to mature. Patience is what allows insights to evolve, solutions to be tested thoroughly, and hypotheses to be refined before they turn into execution. Many promising projects are abandoned too soon, simply because they didn't produce results fast enough. But great innovations require iteration, trial, error, and most of all, persistence. Being patient in the creative process means trusting that waiting time is also building time. Patience doesn't kill creativity, it protects it. It separates noise from essence. It gives brilliance the space to breathe. And in the end, that's what turns good ideas into unforgettable solutions. While many try to win in the short term, going viral, scaling fast, impressing quickly, the biggest results come to those who build with a long-term vision. Companies that prioritize sustainability over hype. Professionals who focus on mastering one skill instead of chasing them all. Businesses that grow slowly, but with a solid foundation. The market may be dazzled by noise, but it invests in consistency. Patience doesn't delay success, it makes it inevitable. Because those who think long-term make better decisions, build lasting relationships, and create legacies, not just fleeting wins. That's how you earn respect. That's how you earn your place. And in the end, that's how you win the game. It's easy to seem grounded when everything is going well. But it's in moments of crisis that patience reveals itself as a true emotional and strategic advantage. When the market crashes, when layoffs hit, when a project stalls, most people's first reaction is panic. But the patient professional takes a deep breath, analyzes with clarity, and acts with balance. They understand that not every solution is immediate, and sometimes the best decision is to wait for the storm to settle before making a move. Patience during hard times prevents impulsive decisions, protects relationships, and preserves energy for when the right moment arrives. And that moment always comes, but only for those still standing after everyone else has given up. Everyone wants to get there fast, but few manage to keep going. Because success built in a rush is fragile, success sustained by patience is unbreakable. Patience is what stops you from abandoning an idea before it blooms. It shields you from collective anxiety. It keeps your feet grounded while everything around you is speeding up. If you've understood this, you're already ahead. And if you're ready to take the next step strategically, I highly recommend watching the video. There's still time to get rich with AI in 2025, step by step. It shows how to use artificial intelligence with long-term vision to create, innovate, and position yourself solidly in the new market. Patience is a choice, but time doesn't wait. So choose now what will sustain your success tomorrow.